Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In previous video, we have discussed the different controls which are available in UiPath App Studio and its related properties. In this video, we are going to talk about the number of resources are available over here. It's like process, storage bucket, queues, actions, connections, variable, media. So out of that, in today's video, we are going to focus on process. So we are going to see how we can actually add any particular process which is already deployed and published in our Orchestrator, so that we can link in UiPath App Studio and utilize when you want to trigger a certain action. Let's consider after clicking on the submit button, you have to trigger a particular process from the Orchestrator. So how we can do that? Let's see in this video. Now we'll navigate to UiPath Studio. Here in the studio, I have created one simple automation workflow. This automation workflow identifies any file which is being uploaded on the Google Drive, and based on that, it sends a notification to an end user. Okay, so this is the particular automation. Now that I'm going to publish over here, click on publish. Now here you can see we have version 1.0 of this project is already published in Orchestrator. If I navigate it to the Orchestrator in the shared folder and in processes, here I can add process which I have currently published. So send an email when file is created to Google Drive. That particular automation I have created and published. Click on next. I'll create. So I'll close this one. Now we'll navigate back to the UiPath apps, and when I'm in the UiPath apps, I'll simply click on add control, and there are different resources available. So from that, I'll simply click on process because I want to add a process. Now here you have to select the tenant where your actually process is published. For me, it is published in a development tenant, so I am going to use the development tenant. So based on your choice, you can select a particular tenant. After you have selected tenant, you can click on next, then select the folder. Currently I have shared folder, and from the shared folder I want to select the particular process which is listed over here that I want to connect to UiPath apps. After selecting, I will simply click on add. After you have clicked on add, that particular process will be added to your UiPath app that you are currently designing. So here in this left hand side, you can see that particular process has been added now. Now we'll again move to the main page. So this is the page, and now let's consider a scenario. After clicking on the submit button, I want to trigger that particular process. In previous video, we have already talked about the different properties of controls. So in case if you have not watched that video, I'll paste link above, so you can go and watch there, and after watching that you can come back to this video. Now how to add this particular process or a certain control, that we are going to see. So now I want to add this particular process. After clicking on the submit button, I want to trigger that process. So for that, I'll go to the control and its property. In the events, I can create a rule. So after clicking on the submit button, I want to start a process. I can directly select a particular process that I want to actually run. So for that, I will select a drop down called start process, and in the process you can see the number of processes that you are going to connect in this app. Those processes will be listed over here, and from those lists you can select a particular process that you actually want to trigger on a specific control. So for now I'm going to select this particular automation. I want to run it as unattended, and based on your choice you can keep the things. That's how actually you can add particular process to UiPath apps, and based on a particular control, if you want to trigger a particular process, that you can do here as well. In upcoming videos of this series, we'll explore how we can give the input, how we can pass the output, and how we can trigger this process in Orchestrator with using unattended bot or using the serverless robots. For the next update, stay tuned and thanks for watching.